Welcome back to another episode of the March to Rocktober. And if everything goes well today and everything goes according to plan, today will actually be the final episode of the March to Rocktober, because we have a 2-0 World Series lead over the Minnesota Twins, and we're taking that lead on the road, heading to Minneapolis, and we don't want to head back unless it's for the parade. And I have swept my way through the postseason up to this point. 2-0 over the Braves, 3-0 over the Dodgers, 4-0 over the Phillies, and now the 2-0 lead over the Twins has us at 11 wins straight. And all we need to do today is take 2 out of 3 on the road. Now, if this is done today, if we do wrap up this World Series, don't head out immediately, because we do have some more things to take care of once it's over. We're gonna go look at season awards because we don't know about that yet. And I also have a couple of things to say about this series and how it went this year, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself right now. We still have a job to do, and only if that job is done is today going to be it. So let's get it going here. We are down. We're losing. We got to make a comeback, down 2-1. We're starting in the 6th. We've got a lot of time to do it. Looks like we have a runner on first to start, so let's get into it here. We've got Doyle up at the plate, Bailey Ober on the mound, and Tovar with a decent amount of speed at first to tie it up on a ball in the gap. All right, and here we go. Doyle stepping up to the plate. We've got 69 pitches thrown from Ober with nobody out in the 6th. Kind of a lot of energy to still have left with those numbers. That batter's eye is not going to be a problem, right? I don't know why I had a little bit of trouble picking the ball up. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. And we'll take a walk. Move that tying run up to second base. And we've got Michael Toglia coming up, dude. If he can do something right here. Actually, hang on a second. I forgot to look at what's gone on up to this point to get us where we are. We only have 4 hits on the board and then 3 walks. 2 before I drew mine. But look at Zach Veen. He did something. And he scored our only run. It's been Ryan Feltner on the mound for me. 5 with 2 earned. Not bad. And their 2 earned was just a Ryan Jeffers home run. I didn't even realize that. They only have 3 hits on the board and no walks. So it seems like Feltner's pitching really well. We got to get him that run support, give him the lead, and we've got a really nice chance to do that right away. That's a pitch. Oh, what? Oh, you know what? What am I supposed to do? If I swing at that and make contact, that's just 2 outs instead of 1. Maybe that's best case scenario right there. Okay, but now that just means Zach Veen. Maybe he's heating up. Maybe the triple means he's ready to go. I need to be the one that does something with him. I don't think... Ooh, okay, that was close. I actually don't think I have either of his hits. I'm pretty sure that triple was only a 2nd hit, and I think the other one happened before I took control of him in a game also. And it... Well, that's not going to be 2, right? Okay. I mean, at least we're still alive. Estrada, though. He's 2 for 2. And he's going to be 3 for 3 to tie the game. We can always count on Thairo Estrada. Ah, and I'm early on the cutter. I can't be mad. We tied it. We pushed a run across. Still wish we would have done a little bit more, though, just because we had 2 on and nobody out. It's all right, though. It's a brand new game now here in the bottom of the 6th. Feltner still has a lot of energy, which is good. The more innings I can steal with the starter, the less I have to use our bad bullpen arms, the better. There we go. I like that. Beat it into the ground, roll it over to second. Okay, come on, Feltner. What is going on this at bat? Look at those 3 misses. They're right there. Why am I not getting them? And we've managed to get a rollover on a 3-1 count. Oh! Strike 3, though, game. Oh, we got it. 43 speed. Look at Tovar, man. Look at our defense. That actually could have been real bad with how hard that was hit. I don't know if that would have made it to the gap. If it did, we would have lost the tie game immediately. All right, they're sticking with Ober up over 90 pitches here to start the 7th. And that actually might bloop in. It will. That's huge to get breaks like that going my way. Oh, and that's it for Ober. It's a brutal way to end the game. Ooh, and they're going Duran in this situation. Interesting. He is, he's not easy to face. Yeah, that's... That was enough in the zone. That's just bad. CPU's been working me away a lot in this game, especially with the lefties up. And then they, okay, well, never mind that, I guess. Yeah, there's it again. That is the exact same pitch in the exact same spot. At least I was ready to swing that time. Didn't make much of a difference. Look at that. Look at that. An excuse for a swing. Oh, look, that's gonna get caught. That is quite the swing. I don't know, man. I don't like not scoring because I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling that on the road, I'm not really gonna get away with keeping this game at just 2 runs for the Twins. All right, that was on the ground. All good. Make the play anyway. It's Estrada. You know he's going to. Ooh, we finally got him on the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Feldner's not backing down, although this might be his last hitter. Actually, let's take a look. Maybe the last batter should have been his last hitter. Yeah, actually, with this matchup, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to Brant Herter now. Feldner did a great job, but he's down into the yellow. We don't want to risk it. And yeah, Larnach can't do anything. 3 pitches for the strikeout. Herter keeps it tied. Let's untie it now. It looks like they're leaving Duran in. I figured they would, but I was hoping they wouldn't. That's the pitch right there. I'm surprised I hadn't seen it up until that point. I gotta find a way to turn on that. Just have to. Tolia, buddy, come on. I need to see a ball sail here. Why am I not swinging at that? Oh, you get to 3-1 for that pitch. Oh! I got the splitter. Michael Tolia does come through. That almost left the stadium. That is a lie. That distance of only 435. That is an iconic home run. 8th inning, tie-breaking home run off of Yohan Duran. Absolutely mashed too. I mean, that's the exact thing I said we needed to see. Dude, look at this thing. Look at that sail. That is a picturesque home run. I'm actually surprised they're still leaving him in after that. Man, and he threw 4 straight fastballs until he got me to put one in play weak like that. Still only 2 outs though. We still got a chance to do more this inning, and Estrada's 3 for 3. Estrada is now 4 for 4. That might go down, man. A 4 for 4 game in the World Series. Oh, dude, I thought I got that for a quick second. Not because of how the ball was hit. It just felt like I should have got that. We got the big swing, though, from Michael Tolia, and now it's just about protecting the lead. This first matchup is a little scary for Brant Herter. I do know we have at least a lefty coming up after him, though, but you know what? I'm still going to check on this matchup. Yeah, definitely scary to face Jeffers, but the next 2 is probably better to face with Herter. And if we can go straight from starter to Herter to Santana to close it in the 9th, that would be the ideal path. And that is perfect. That is perfect. And McMahon's just going to show off there over at 3rd. Yeah, great pitch, Herter. Ah, that didn't even end up in a bad spot, even with all the yellow. All right, well, who is this? Miranda? Oh, he's actually worse against lefties. Yeah, he's actually worse by a lot against lefties. So Herter. What's with the yellow, man? There we go. Much better, and it's a lazy fly ball to Doyle. You know he's going to take care of that. We've got 3 outs left to get. But we have a chance to add on more, which would be very nice. Never like trying to close out 1-run leads. That's not going anywhere. That didn't even make the track. My eyes lit up for a second there when I saw perfect, but man, in the context of Romo's last at bat, and how he got a hit in it, that kind of makes it maybe make sense. Oh, they actually let me hold up. All right, let's do something with that then. Oh, we're gonna be able to take second. That's even better. No, I didn't want to swing. I don't think we beat that out either. I don't think we make it to 3rd if I tried to. That was a failed check swing. Can't really be too mad though when it's for a strikeout, because if you get the animation, you know, it could go either way. That might drop in. That might be a huge insurance run off of Ezequiel Tovar's bat. What a cheap way to score a run. A check swing that I maybe should not have gotten for ball 4, a wild pitch to move him up to second, and then a jammed blooper. Maybe that's all just a makeup for the perfect out to center from Drew Romo to start the inning. Oh, and I just missed that with Doyle. Oh, I was just under that. Timing was great. We've done what we set out to do, though. A little extra added insurance to make this ninth inning, bottom of the ninth inning, a little bit more comfortable, hopefully. And you know who the ball is going to. Dennis Santana. Well, that's why the insurance run was huge. Actually, Veen? Oh, I thought that might have gotten him. Huge, gigantic strikeout right there with the runner on second. Oh my God, and then one pitch, we got a pop fly and Veen's gonna be there. That was, okay, actually, let's cancel that throw. That was the at-bat I was a little scared about. Wallner is good against righties, not against lefties, and I had to face him with a righty. Buxton's a scary one too. You gotta pitch to him though. You don't intentionally walk anybody in this situation because that would bring up the winning run. And we got him 0-2. Just one more good slider here, Santana. Well, that wasn't a good slider. That was a good slider. Okay, let's try and sneak one in here. Sneak it past him. That didn't sneak past him. Stop scaring me, Byron. Oh, we got him to roll over. Buxton had maybe the most annoying at-bats, but he's the final out, and we have a 3-0 series lead. One more win, and you can call the Rockies World Series champs. What performances in that game. Feltner going, what did he go, 7 or 6 2/3, I think, technically. The Estrada 4-for-4 game, the Tolia homer, the Herter and Santana scoreless bullpen outings, and it brings us to here. It brings us to the point of needing just one more win. And let's see what the game is about to give me here. What's the situation? It's tied. Probably how it should end. Just duke it out. Better team wins. This time though, we don't get the top half of the 6 to hit. We're loading right into the bottom of the 6 with a runner on first, so we got to get out of a little bit of a jam, I guess. I would assume this is a Gomber start. Herter and Santana are going to be a little tired. I mean, if there was ever a game where we're not quite at full strength, you'd think this would be it. Then again, Gomber's throwing a shutout so far through 5. Let's just get to it. Let's get to it. And here we go. We got to face a guy I have no idea who it is. Michael Hellman. Gomber's 60 pitches in. We have 3 hits on the board to their 4. Tovar's 2 for 2. Tolia, though, is grounded into a double play and stolen a base. Interesting line there. 4 hits allowed for Gomber, 5 strikeouts, nothing else. On their end, their 4 hits are more spread out. Paddock has 6 punch outs for them. This is a pitcher's duel, but we've been winning those. Ooh, he's gonna bunt him over. No, he's not. I'm getting him at second. Not quite a double play, but we thwarted that. Ooh, they are. Oh, wait, it's not a hit and run. Are we going to get him? What a throw. I didn't even get a perfect throw, and it was a perfect throw. Dude, they have taken their own base runners off the bases voluntarily, and I got the strike call on that. I mean, that was a dot. And then he is way out in front of that. Nothing doing for them here in the 6th. Great job. And obviously, the quicker I can score, the better. And we're leading off Tovar. I don't know why I wasn't ready for that. That's only 93. I'm not ready for that either, I guess. What am I doing? And then I swing at that. That is a pretty bad at bat there. Especially after how well I was just playing last game, I felt like. That might be a hit. It's still going to be a hit. I might think about taking off here. I haven't done enough stealing, I feel like, with this Rockies team. This might be a good spot to do it. Do I want to take off first pitch, though? I don't know. I will. Let's do it. No slide step. Good jump. We did get a fastball, and we're in. The only bad thing about that is then that brings Tolia's clutch rating to being active, which is not his strength. That actually would have been a really nice pitch to swing at, though, too. So was that. And that's going to guarantee Doyle scores. I am going back to first. Let's scramble back there. Stolen base was a good move, though. Down the line, off the wall like that, even with his speed, I don't know if Doyle scores. Veen, did I do it? I got a hit with Veen. Dude batted like 300 during the regular season, and I'm celebrating one hit. Dude, Estrada has a chance to break this wide open. If we put one in the gap, we got plenty of speed to score from first. That... Oh, it's getting down because they're just running. 72 speed. I'm going to test it. Correa's got an arm. We're in. Just barely. Estrada comes through again. The doubles machine. The clutch machine. Yep, and that means a new arm, but we already did the damage, dude. With how our pitching staff has been, a 3-0 lead with 3 innings to go feels very safe. Oh my god, even that's going to get through. I'm not going to send him. Might have been able to get up to second, though. No reason to risk that. Ooh, yeah, no, that's the splitter. Lower third of the zone splitter. I guess it doesn't need to be Duran throwing it. I actually timed it up. I had no idea where that was going, apparently. There we go. We do come away with the one more hit. I'm sending him all the way. Okay, we're going to get back to first, and we're going to score. That was big. 3-run lead felt safe. 5-run lead feels like a guarantee. I don't think I got that with McMahon. I chased up a little bit. 5-run 7th inning, though. Another legendary performance. Dude, and now we got some security with Gomber out there. He's got a ton of energy left. He's got a 5-run lead to work with. Okay. That should be out number 2. Another weak pop fly. And a weak grounder. That was like a textbook Austin Gomber inning. Nothing but weak contact outs. Tolia. It did get down. All right, I thought that was going to be a line out to end the inning. How about the bat that Tolia is swinging today? Veen, another one? Where has this been? I mean, if he's getting fastballs right down the middle, I guess I should be hitting it. What does he have to do to bat 100? I might need one more at bat with him if that's possible. Oh my god, dude. Estrada, are you kidding me? We're only gonna bring the one around. Only a 6-0 lead with another Tyro Estrada double. I think we're looking at our World Series MVP right there. How much of that did I get? I doubt enough. Yeah, that's just right to the middle of right there. I don't know, man. On one hand, it's like, oh, we've taken all the suspense out of this Game 4, you know, World Series clinching game. But on the other hand, it's kind of nice to have a stress-free game here to hopefully end things. Another strikeout. Austin Gomber pitching the game of his life when it matters most. Now let's see here. We got to send a lot of batters to the plate to try and get Zach Veen up one more time to get one more hit to bring that average up to 100. Well, that's one. That's one batter down. I think that's going to get caught. Yep. Ooh, there we go. Still inside outing bloop base hits. Let's not risk an out at third. Ooh. Well, what do we got here? We're sending up our 4-hitter. We need to get to our 6-hitter for Veen. That's the only stakes we have right now. Well, one more base hit, one more base runner we need. We need Tolia to come through. And we do. Let's not risk anything. Let's keep Tolia at first. Keep our 86 speed at third. We are actually this is the dumbest thing. This is the dumbest thing to be sitting here getting hyped over. Oh, and they're going to a new arm. Who's Veen got to do it against? Justin Topa. Yeah, look up there. 49 at bats, 4 hits. If we get that to 5 hits and 50 at bats, that's exactly a 100 average. Ooh, I might have been on that if I swung, actually. All right, well, we got to swing. I'm not getting walked. It is all about getting a base hit here. Early on the cutter. Get through. Get through. We did it. It's the stupidest thing of all time. But somehow, dude, after being terrible, Zach Veen comes away with a 3-hit game. We can see it just peeking up there at the top of the screen. He gets the average to 100. What a dumb thing for this series to come to an end with. And we're not done yet. We're loading the bases again. Can we get Sam Hilliard up to a 100 average? I would guess, yeah. 4 hits in 37 at bats would do it. Ooh. Uh-oh, we're going down 0-2 though. Ah, that's okay. Veen was who we really cared about. So let's see. Can we wrap up a 9-0 lead? I don't know. Actually, we want to keep this. We want to keep this a shutout. We want to end the World Series on a complete game shutout from Austin Gomber. And that's 1. And the strikeout makes it 2. 1 out to go. Strike 2 on the foul ball. Let's see if we can get Correa on one more 12-6 curve. What do we get the call? Oh. Ground ball. Estrada second base. And for the first time in franchise history, you can call the Colorado Rockies world champs. In dominant fashion, too. We had the toughest road to the World Series. We had to face 300-plus win teams. And not only did we defeat all of those teams, we swept all those teams, made it to the World Series, swept the World Series too. The most dominant postseason in Major League history. And it's not even close. Look at Doyle out there. Look at it, man. It's beautiful. Especially within the context of the season the Rockies are having in real life. On pace for the worst record in MLB history that was literally just set the year before, and they're about to take over. But no, within our world, within our universe, these Rockies, they're the standard. And there it is. That is officially it. World Series champion, Colorado Rockies. And like I said, we will be wrapping this up by checking who won the different awards. I'll have to go into the franchise mode to see that. But real quick before we get there, I do have a couple of things to say about this series and how it went this year, because it's no secret. It's no secret that this didn't really go as I planned it to go. I guess the first thing I should say is sorry to everybody who was enjoying this series that I didn't come out with it, didn't get this to this point for so long. But I think this March to October was just the toughest one yet for me to really get excited about playing and uploading and making videos. I think that's probably pretty obvious. I did still enjoy it. Once I was actually in the game playing with these Rockies, it was fun. I'm not trying to say it wasn't fun, but I just think a lot of it is because of the fact that the way this series started all the way back on launch day of the game, I thought I was going to be able to play on GOAT difficulty, and then I wasn't. So all this was just another playthrough on Legend difficulty. I've proven time and time again that this mode on Legend difficulty, it's not really enough of a challenge for me. I'm not trying to sound too, big-headed, too full of myself, because that's the last thing I am. It's just, facts are facts. I think going back to last year's White Sox March to October, I've won like 60 plus straight postseason games. And then also the fact that I never planned on doing this for more than one season, and the reason for that was because of last year playing multiple seasons. It just made me not want to do that again. But anyway, that leads me to looking towards the future, because I know I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it all the way back at like the start of this March to October that I had plans to do a franchise mode on the game this year, and I still haven't done that. Originally, I was going to wait till I finished this March to October to start the franchise mode, but that was all the way back when I thought we'd be finishing this March to October in like April. But yeah, as long as this was still going, I wasn't really getting myself in franchise mode, even though I probably should have. But yeah, I guess this is just a long way of saying, now that this is over, I fully intend on starting my White Sox franchise mode, and I'm excited for it. Another thing I'm excited for is March to October isn't going away. I have a new idea for a new March to October that should inject some life and should make it fun to do another playthrough of March to October. So both that and the White Sox franchise, be on the lookout for those in the near future. On top of all that, as I am getting back into streaming lately, I do at some point eventually plan on playing March to October's live, more like this one was, just live, picking a team, playing through one season, trying to win the World Series. So another thing to be on the lookout for. I don't have an exact date of when that's going to start live, so just, you know, keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on community posts, have notifications on for when I go live. But enough of that. Let's go ahead, let's wrap this thing up, let's continue in franchise, let's see who won some awards, because I really don't know. This Rockies team all throughout the season and the postseason was such a team effort. I don't really know if we had any like MVP caliber players, any Silver Slugger caliber players even. We just had a lot of solid players come together. Before we get into the main awards though, let's go back to Player of the Month awards, and actually look at this. It starts me in the American League. Back in April, the A's, they swept the awards. All right, but over in the NL, look at this. We got Rookie of the Month, Greg Jones. Remember him? He was good, and then he got phased out. In May, we had a different Rookie of the Month. That time, Yanquiel Fernandez. Remember when he was hot when he first got called up? Nobody for June. We've got Pitcher and Rookie of the Month in July. Kind of surprising Blaylock himself wasn't both Pitcher of the Month and Rookie of the Month. August, nobody. And then finally, September, Blaylock. Also, how did he only pitch one game in September? That doesn't make sense. And how did he win the award by pitching only one game in September? Actually, looking at the recent games, for some reason, that's based on the one postseason start that he made in September at the end of the month. I don't really understand that, but sure, I'll take home another piece of hardware. All right, but moving on to the big main awards, and I have some pretty clear guesses for the postseason awards. I bet Tovar takes home overall playoff MVP, and then I bet Thairo Estrada gets World Series MVP. This is only if the logic of the game still hasn't changed to give those awards to pitchers, because they never have in the past. But let's see. I think we're going to start with World Series MVP. That's normally where it starts. And it was Tolia. I actually didn't realize he was that good. 533 average and 2 homers, that'll do it. He probably earned that over any pitchers. And then overall postseason MVP, it goes to Tovar, just like I said. Somehow no pitchers in the mix. I really wish they'd change that, but you also can't say Tovar didn't earn it. 326 average, 4 homers. All right, but let's go to the regular season stuff. And like I said, I don't think we would have anybody in the mix for the main MVP award. Curious to see who won it. If it's not Shohei, which it probably will be. Yep, it's Shohei. Didn't even remember what kind of season he had, but you can just kind of assume that it's going to be Shohei Ohtani winning the MVP. Over in the AL, it was Brent Rooker over Aaron Judge, who batted 361. Let's go on to Cy Youngs. There's an outside chance for Blaylock, but I doubt it. No, he's not even in the mix. Chris Sale wins it. Back-to-back Cy Young Award winner, Chris Sale. And then in the AL, it's Garrett Cole. All right, and then from now on, probably just going to look at National League stuff just to see if our guys won it. Batting title, nobody. Reliever of the year, we didn't get one of those. Rookie of the year, I mean, man, I don't know how Blaylock doesn't win this award. I mean, I guess Conine did have a good year, but he wasn't even top 3. All right, then. Hank Aaron Award goes to Shohei. And then now we're into Gold Gloves. Nobody at catcher, first base, second base. We got Thairo Estrada taking home the hardware. What a season he had, dude. I knew obviously he was going to be good defensively, but it's the offensive production. Never would have expected that. All right, moving on then. Nobody at third. Shortstop, Tovar was in the mix. Left field, no. Center field, Doyle was third. And man, he had a lot more putouts than the top 2. I guess I don't know what goes into it, but it seems like he should have had at least his 3rd straight Gold Glove award. And then right field, we don't have one of those either. All right, so it should be Silver Sluggers next. DH, no, because that's obviously going to be Shohei. Catcher, no. First base, Tolia was top 3. Second base, no. Third base, McMahon wins it. 283 average, 29 homers, 116 runs batted in. He did have a very nice season. Over to short, no Tovar in it here. And then outfield, it's Soto, it's Kyle Tucker, and it's Teoscar Hernandez. So I think that was just 1 Silver Slugger, 1 Gold Glove. I'm still surprised Bradley Blaylock didn't win Rookie of the Year. All right, but with that, that is where your March to Rocktober comes to an end. Once again, I'm sorry for how this series went, the massive gaps in between episodes, but still a massive thank you to those of you who did enjoy it, who did keep coming back even if there was 2 weeks plus in between episodes. Like I said, there's still more to come on the channel, some things I am very excited about. So stay tuned if you're interested, but as always, guys, thanks one more time for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.